Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to show you how I took thrift store finds and changed them to a more modern home decor. So let's jump right into the video, guys. So this is what my items looked like before they were painted. And I'm just cleaning them with a pack of antibacterial disinfectant wipes I got from Dollar Tree. Next, I spray painted each item with Rust-Oleum paint plus primer that I had on hand. So you'll see that there's a white coat on the bird. I didn't like the way that looked or how that was going to look. So what I did was I painted it with the vintage duck egg color by Dixie Belle paint. It's a chalk paint. It took 2 coats. Make sure when you're using your paint that you let your coats dry completely before doing the next coat. So this kind of took me maybe, I don't know, I probably did. I was doing other things, so maybe I let it dry for about 12 hours or so, because when I'm doing projects, I'm doing multiple projects at one time, not just the one. So I really don't know the time, but I do know that I went and touched all of those little grooves. I went and touched all of those to make sure that the paint was completely dry before putting my second coat. Next, I'm taking some of the Dixie Belle gemstone mousse in this gold color to rub all over the bird to highlight its features. I use my finger, but you're more than welcome to use a small artist brush. But a little bit goes a long way with this. Next, I took this old candle sconce and I used the same technique as I did with the bird, with the base coat. I didn't like it as a candle holder, so I removed that part and I placed a plastic jar from Michael's, but I removed it. As you can see in the beginning, I had my wood burner and I removed the top and I added those pearls from Dollar Tree just to give it another look, some different kind of texture up there, and to hide that burnt look that I created when I cut off the top with the wood burner. This piece is painted with the Dixie Belle's Bunker Hill Blue. Sorry guys, I have a lot of Dixie Belle paint. It's not the only paint that I use, but this Bunker Hill Blue is the color that actually goes with the blue that runs throughout my house. So I'm actually gonna this planner is, I actually have a special spot for this. You'll see I'm using the mousse again, but this time I do have the little artist brush, and there's some like little beaded looking detail that's going around this sconce. This new sconce planter. So I'm just highlighting that area with the brush. Now I'm going to clean the mirror and remove the tag and place it back on the new planter so we can see how it looks. Please be careful when you're working with mirror, that you take it out of something, because they do have kind of a pointy edge, and it's kind of on the sharp side. So just use caution if you're doing this to an old mirror that you take apart. Next, I'm going to take some floral arrangement foam that I picked up at the Goodwill outlet, but you can find this at any craft store. I'm going to use my craft bread knife. This cuts, my foam just cuts with ease. It's just an old bread knife that I found at the thrift store when I was thrifting one day. And I'm going to take the Greenery and I'm going to push it down in the planter that we just created. Next, I'm going to take 2 Greenery picks that I purchased from Michael's this past week, actually, because they have a 70% off on a lot of things. I guess that was summer, and so these were maybe like $1.50. And I'm going to press those in there, and we're going to have our planter, guys. I'm just taking the tag off right here, but I actually love how this turned out. This looks so nice in my home. Now, I'm not using any because I felt like the leaves kind of fall over the planter, especially after using 2 picks. But if you want to, I feel like it'd be a great idea if you added maybe some moss, and you could have just used one pick, and that saves you $1.50 right there. They have moss at the Dollar Tree all the time, in Michael's, Hobby Lobby, but you could have just added some moss, and that would have been perfect. I just like for my plants to look full and big, so I added two. So this wood sign is a hello sign that I already had. I got from Dollar General maybe a couple of years back and paid probably less than $1 for it because I used to go clearance shopping all the time at Dollar General. So I'm sure it wasn't that much money. Anywho, the coat of paint on the top is the Bunker Hill blue. Here you see me mixing up some white with some water. Maybe it's like I think this is a cream color, buttercream or something. With some water, and I'm just painting it on the top of it. If you can, I don't know if you can notice, but kind of the front of the letter has like a little whitewash on it already, and that came from my clear coat. I ran out of black, so I used white. So anyway, it works together, because this is just a wash that I'm putting on, and I'm going to wipe it away. I'm going to wipe it away with a paper towel. But guys, if you try this on wood, I suggest you try to maybe a damp cloth or something like that, because this was snagging the paper towel, and I ended up having to get pieces of the paper towel off of my sign. But at the end, I like how it toned that Bunker Hill blue down. It just gave it a nice look to me. I love the finish on it, and I'm very proud of this. Thank you guys for watching. I love going to the thrift store, so I'm going to do more trash to treasure videos. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thanks, guys.